The Greek world, the impact of the Greek scholars. Socrates, Plato, Euclid, and Hippocrates were four great figures from ancient Greece. Choose one of these thinkers and describe how some of his theories have influenced American civilization today. America is a country that values education. Beginning with kindergarten and continuing through universities and graduate schools, citizens of the United States have the opportunity to learn history, math, science, and a host of other academic subjects. It may be hard to realize it when you're still in school yourself, but it's a well-known fact that the more you know, the more likely you are to succeed. In other words, education is the key to one of the greatest freedoms our society offers, the pursuit of happiness. But for as much as Americans emphasize education, it's also important to know that we are not the first society to recognize how vital it is. That idea can be traced all the way back to the philosophers and scholars of ancient Greece, who not only spoke of education, but also advanced it in ways that still influence us today. The Greek philosopher Socrates, who lived in Athens during the 5th century BC, led a lifelong quest for basic truths, and he believed people must never stop seeking knowledge. He taught his students by asking questions. Today we call that way of teaching the Socratic method. Socrates wanted people to think for themselves and to examine their own beliefs. We learn about Socrates through the writings of one of his best students, Plato. Plato became the most celebrated teacher of his day, famous for theories on the universe, knowledge, and human conduct. In 387 BC, Plato created an academy where students could discuss ideas, a place devoted to philosophy, law, and scientific research. Plato's academy was a forerunner of later colleges and universities, and thus to our modern centers of higher learning. If you like learning about geometry and its principles, you have the Greek mathematician Euclid to thank. Euclid's theory of geometry, which he outlined in his book of Elements, are the basis of just about every geometry course taught in American middle and high school. And the Greek physician Hippocrates, who studied diseases, still influences the science of medicine and those who practice it today. The idea that diet can influence a person's health is a theory attributed to Hippocrates. And before they are allowed to practice, most American-trained doctors must take a modern version of what is called the Hippocratic Oath, in which they pledge, among other things, to respect their patients and the medical researchers who came before them. Today, we continue to reap the benefits of wisdom and knowledge that have been passed down through the ages. We value education, and by doing so, honor the scholars of ancient Greece, whose thoughts and writings have inspired us.